everyone, welcome back to my channel, Mindfully Kiki, and welcome to day 10 of Breathe and Flow, a 15-day yoga challenge. And I am your host and yoga instructor, Kiki. And today we are exploring a heart-opening yoga flow, and heart openers are also known as backbends. So backbends help us to strengthen the muscles in our back and to stretch and open our chest and our shoulders. And of course, it increases our flexibility and mobility. So what you'll need for today's practice is a blanket and 2 yoga blocks. And these are optional, but you can grab them and decide if you would like to use them during this practice. So grab those things and we'll get started. So we're going to start in a Sphinx pose. So we're going to come onto our belly onto the mat. And you can bring your forearms down to the mat. So in Sphinx pose, we're going to have our elbows right underneath our shoulders. And our hands are coming straight out from our elbows. And you can have tops of the feet down on the mat behind you. Pull your chest forward and have your gaze forward. And so we're coming into a little back bend here. And let's start here with 3 deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. So let's inhale together. Open the mouth and exhale. Inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. From here, bring your hands to the sides of your chest. We're going to press up and come onto hands and knees. So we're coming into our table pose. And from here, we're going to go into a lunge. So you're going to walk your hands over to the left side of the mat and then step your right foot forward, preferably further forward than your hands. And if you'd like to use a block for your left hand, you can have a block on the mat. And that's just there for a little bit later. So bring your hands to your knee and then sink your hip forward. So you can think about your knee coming over your heel. And then reach your arms up and back. So we're opening the chest and bending our back here. Take a full breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And then straightening the back, reaching the arms up. This time bring your left hand to your block or to your mat. We're sinking the hips forward again and reaching the right arm up, keeping the chest open. Take a breath here. And then bring the right hand to the inside of the foot, put the block off to the side. We're bringing that right knee back to meet the left, back into our table pose. And then we're going to the other side. So this time, walking the hands over to the right, stepping the left foot forward. Again, a little further than your hands. You can grab that block for the right hand this time. So bringing your hands to your knee. We're coming back to our lunge. So sinking the hips forward. Bending the knee, and then reaching the arms up and back. Take a breath here. And then straightening the knee. bringing that right hand down to the block. Bending the left knee again, sending the hips forward and reaching the left arm up. And then bringing the left hand to the inside of the left foot, putting the block off to the side. We're going to bring the left knee to meet the right. Back in our table pose. And then from here, we're going to sink back into a child's pose. We're going to do a wide child's pose. So bring your knees out about as wide as your mat, maybe a little wider. Bring your big toes to touch or to reach towards each other behind you. Send your hips back. Walk your arms forward and let your head hang between your arms or let the forehead rest on the mat. Take a breath here. And then lifting back to your table pose. And here you can also use your blanket. So the blanket is for the knee and your lunge. So walking the hands over to the left side of the mat, stepping the right foot forward. And then bringing your hands to your knee, sinking the hips forward into your lunge. Reach your arms up and back. Take a breath. And then straightening, lifting the knee. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your back toes under. And then we're going to lift to our high lunge. So press into the ball of that left foot. And you're going to lift the left knee off of the mat. You may have to readjust here, keeping a bend in that right knee and straightening the back leg, coming into our high lunge. And then plant that back foot down. So we're in a warrior one stance. Reach your arms out and then bring them behind you. Interlace your fingers and bring your right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Reach your arms up. Come into humble warrior. Breathe here. And then lift your upper body up. Release your hands, bring them to your hips. So from here, we're going to lift or come onto the ball of the left foot. Grab your block for your left hand. And put your left hand on your block. Reach your right arm up, opening the chest. Breathe here. And then put the block off to the side, hands to your hips. And we're going to slowly lower down to our low lunge. Left knee comes down. Bring your hands to the inside of the right foot. And then bring the right knee to meet the left in our table pose. We're coming back to our child's pose for 2 breaths. So widen your knees, bring your big toes touch behind you. Send your hips back, walk your hands forward. And let your head rest between your arms. 2 breaths here. And press into your arms or into your hands. Lift your arms. Coming back to our table pose. This time, walking your hands over to the right side of the mat. Stepping your left foot forward. Hands to your knee. And then we're shifting the hips forward. Bending that left knee. Reach your arms up, open the chest. crescent lunge. Take a breath here. And then lifting up, hands to your hips. We're coming to our high lunge again. So tuck the right toes under the back toes. Press into the ball and toes of your foot and lift your right knee up, coming to our high lunge. You may have to adjust when you get there, having a bend in that left knee and straightening the back leg. And then plant that back foot down. So we're in a warrior one stance again. Reach your arms out. Interlace your fingers behind your back. We're coming back to our humble warrior. So bring your left shoulder to the inside of your left thigh. Reach your hands up behind you. Humble warrior. Take a breath. Lifting the upper body up, releasing the hand. This time grabbing your block for your right hand. Bring it down to the mat, come onto the ball of the right foot, and then reach your left arm up, keeping a bend in the left knee. Take a breath here. And then put the block off to the side. Bring the hands down. Lower the back knee. And then we're bringing that left knee to meet the right, back in table pose. And then from here, go ahead and put your blanket off to the side. And we're coming back onto our belly, just as we started. Back into our Sphinx pose. So having your elbows under your shoulders. Hands are coming out straight from your elbow. Tops of the feet are down behind you. Pull your chest forward and have your gaze forward. And let's end here with our 3 deep breaths in our back bend. So take an inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. Inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Open the mouth and exhale. Thank you for joining me today for our heart-opening yoga flow. And I want to hear from you. How did you like this practice? What was your favorite part or pose or movements? So let's talk about it in the comments, and I will see you all tomorrow for day 11 of our Breathe and Flow Yoga Challenge.